Yo, yo. So, figured out the best way to do this podcast. Figured out the best way to do the podcast. It's uncontrollably hot right now, and the audio is pretty messed up when the AC's running, so figured it's best to run the AC, get it cold in the van, and then just record until it gets unbearably hot. I don't even like uttering the word bear. It has been an intense week. Started off in Friday I drove down to Wichita, hung out with some vegans that I met at Veg Fest. We went out and they decided, these super feminist chicks, by the way, decided to take me out, and all the girls walk in, and then the guy's like, oh, for you it's $10. Didn't like that. I thought the four ladies should have came back outside. We should have split it all, $2 each, for equality's sake. But I digress. Saturday I drove down to Fort Worth, or Coffeyville or something, with Chris Missimo, and we recorded a podcast, had a good workout. Then Sunday I drove down to Houston for the night. Then Monday I went to Lumberton Middle School, which, great time, super good school, and it went really well. I think they were happy, and I was happy. Then Tuesday I went to Judson College Prep. Luckily I show up everywhere an hour early and sit like a creep in a van in the parking lot. And then I realized that there are two Judson College Preps about 4 miles away from each other. So I ended up showing up late to the wrong school. I still show up early to both. But that went well too. And yeah. Wednesday, Morton Ranch High School, spoke there, gave 2 talks at Morton Ranch. That went awesome as well. And then I drove from Cade, Texas to Austin on Wednesday night, and I was at DoubleTree. So I got a room at the DoubleTree because the plan is 1 day a week I'll just get a hotel room. That way I'll do laundry and meal prep. So I got a hotel with a suite, and because the van's so large I couldn't park in the normal parking garage, so I had to pay $35 for valet parking. But at least I got just park up front like a VIP, and I got in at about 1 o'clock, took a phone call with Mama Says. I'll talk about Mama Says, the food company, vegan food company. I'll talk about them in a little bit. Awesome. I got in at 1, did a phone interview. Then at about 4 o'clock, I drove to Walmart because I wanted to officially finish the van. I got a dresser in here now. Storage is great. I bought a generator. I bought a new hitch because the other hitch was kind of wobbly and I didn't feel comfortable with it, and so bought a new one, connected it, bought a lock for it, and then I left DoubleTree at 4 o'clock to buy a storage unit so I can take all the stuff like laying around the van, like the tire iron, jumper cables, my toolbox. I bought a toolbox. What? I don't see the need. I don't do handy things. Anyway, bought all of that, put it in the storage box, locked everything up, and was officially done with the van. So drove back to DoubleTree, parked it, and Star, Marlon's friend, I met her a few times, and we decided she lives in Austin, so I went downtown to meet her for some drinks, and partly because I'm responsible and partly because I just wanted to try it, those little bird scooters, it was a Lime bike, but it was an electric scooter. I got to ride that downtown. So I left my car parked in front of the hotel. At the end of the night, she went to drop me back to the hotel, and when I pulled up, I was like, oh, that looks like my van, but my van has a hitch with, a generator and a storage box filled with all my stuff. And I was like, oh, and that van also has a Kansas license plate like mine. Yeah. Someone stole the hitch off of my van. Brand new generator, brand new storage box, which I filled with all of the stuff that was in my van. And I called the police officer. I called the police, officer showed up. They're like, it's not an emergency. I was like, oh, yeah. Emergency subjective. This is an emergency to me. It may not be emergency to you, but perspective is everything. And sometimes I pay my taxes. So, officer came down. He seemed cool. And I kind of explained what happened. I'm like, bro, 4 hours ago, I was officially done with the van. I bought all the stuff, and I could tell he doesn't believe me. And then eventually he's like, I just want you to know, I'm not accusing you of anything, but I want you to know I can arrest you on the spot for filing a false report. I'm not saying your report is false, but if you want to file this, just know that's a risk. I was dumbfounded. And I'm like, all right, I've watched the news. I'm going to still play it cool. I'm like, all right, I'll go to the van. And like, I take a few steps to the van. He's like, where are you going? It's like, to my van, not getting a weapon, going to get all the receipts, because I keep all my receipts in the glove box. And like, I gave him all the receipts to it, and he still really wasn't buying it. Like I somehow bought all this stuff, made a copy of the receipt, returned all of it, and then filed a report to say it was stolen. It was very upsetting. I put a lot of money into this van in the last 2 months, basically all of it, and I had trouble sleeping Wednesday night, and like recently, a few days ago, I tweeted that I've been focusing more on the positive and about things that are going well, and I don't even acknowledge anything that doesn't go well. And since doing that, everything has just been getting better. And then I got this little speed bump in the road, so I just decided to just go to bed. Woke up in the morning, called the police, and because to prove to them that I had the hitch on, I drove to Walmart and asked for the security camera footage to show when I left Walmart at like 5:45. It was there, and the hotel wouldn't show me the camera footage. So I was bummed out for a while, and then I realized the tweet, and I was like, all right, I'm literally running around preaching stuff about being positive and looking for the bright side. So I just decided not to acknowledge I lost a few $1,000s worth of stuff. So I went out, I bought the same exact generator, I bought the same exact storage box, I bought the same exact hitch, and I put it all back on the van and act like it never happened. I still didn't buy all the tools and stuff, but almost everything is replaced. It was a big hit, but I just feel like I'm not gonna let that ruin my week. Could be so much worse. So today I drove to, which is right outside Austin. What's the name of this town? Went to Taylor Middle School, and I got there, gave a talk at 8 a.m. just to the athletes, and it was great because right now I'm working on a new speech that I want to do in February, just basically showing how sports was used as a vehicle for the civil rights movement and the change that sports, just a pastime, made, especially baseball. And the power of the Olympics and learning about different cultures, and the talk's going to be about that, but it's going to be centered around Black History Month. So I got to test that speech out, and just got a lot to work on that one. But the second speech went amazing. It was about 800-900 students, and they were super engaged. They were loud when they needed to be. They were clapping and silent when I was talking. It was a great experience. So left there, and I was going to drive to Phoenix because I have a gig in Phoenix on Tuesday, September 4th. But then I remember my friend Carissa Pate is and she moved to Fort Worth. She used to live in Kansas City in Overland Park. She just moved to Fort Worth, so I was like, I'll take the 3 hours and hang out with her, because a lot of other people from Kansas City are going to be there, and they're actually out at dinner right now. I'm super late for that, but I just wanted to do this podcast and get it out of the way. I want to start being more consistent with it, and I think I'm going to start dropping them on Fridays, just kind of update for the entire week, and kind of push ahead what's next week. What I did get today was something very amazing. Mama Says, the vegan food delivery company, they're gonna be sending me packages, because living in the van, food becomes difficult to come across. So what I've decided now is I get meals from them, and I only had one meal so far, but it was called Lazy Lasagna. It was like lasagna in this like a little packaged bag thing, and I just warm it up. It was so good. Granted, I was so hungry, but it was also so good, and I'm excited to try all the other foods and different flavors. And there's a casserole in there right now, which I'm like trying to wait until tomorrow for, because I want to space out the meals. And but tomorrow's going to be September 1st, and the significance to that is I decided a couple weeks ago that I wanted to do something for September and do something different, because I'm just starting my habits with the van and getting everything together. But I feel like the first month is the most important month to kind of dictate how the rest of my van life will be. So I figure if I place a strong hard structure for the entire month of September, that's what I would use to start building all of my habits of my new lifestyle. So it's going to be a super intense month. I decided that I made a list of what I'll be doing starting tomorrow. I'll be every day. The plan is to read for 1 hour, meditate for 30 minutes, write one handwritten letter, whether I give it to the person or not. That's going to be my thing. 1 hour workout at least, and I want to write 1,000 words a day, and I'm going to structure it so at the end of it, it'll be a 30,000 word, ideally an ebook, but who knows, we'll see what that turns into. I might just keep it for myself. That's what I've been doing with a lot of my writings. I don't really feel comfortable releasing yet. And it'll be called Sleepless September, and sleep less, not sleepless. Sleep less September. Hashtag it. So I'm gonna be doing that, and just kind of want to throw that out there before September 1st to kind of hold myself personally accountable, because it's going to be a crazy month. I'll be driving through I believe it's 18 different states, 2 countries, because I'll be going up to Canada once or twice, and I'll be speaking at schools, doing comedy shows, doing boxing workshop seminars, and emceeing Veg Fest. So 18 states, 20 plus gigs, 2 countries, not that much sleep, a lot of workouts, 30,000 words. But I'm super excited for October. This is like my version of Sober October, but a little more productive, and I'm not going to do yoga. Not because I don't think yoga is useful. I don't think it's my thing yet. I don't think I have the patience for it, and I do think it's beneficial. But I'm definitely going to get back in fight shape, whether I fight or not, who knows, but definitely going to get back in fight shape, and this September will help me do that. I might stay a day or two here in Fort Worth, and then I got to head west. Tuesday is it's Labor Day weekend, so I have Monday off. But Tuesday's Phoenix. Wednesday I'll be in LA for a few weeks, and I'll be doing. I'm looking to do a bunch of open mics there, because that's the proper place to do it and the scene to do it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this one a little short. I just want to keep them at 15 minutes because I don't want the van to start getting too warm. And I'm gonna go meet up with Carissa, Warren, Derbs, Angela, and Lindsay. So, and maybe some others. But I'm gonna go do that, and I'll go upload this and apologize for being late to them. But I'm gonna try not to be late for you guys. Also, I'm not gonna really ask for you to like, share, subscribe, or any of that, because right now don't really care, don't know exactly what direction this is going. I don't know exactly what this is, but I do know I love this van, and I love this new lifestyle, and I love my super positive approach about everything, and we're just gonna act like nothing bad happened this week, because next week will be even better, or at least better. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. All right, guys.